So I invite you all to close your eyes. And start to pay attention to the breath, the easiest way, quickest way to access the body. And notice the quality of the breath. Notice if it's smooth, if it's rough, if it skips, if it's shallow, if it's deep. Just notice. And often what happens when you bring your awareness to the breath is there's an impulse to try and control it for a moment. It's an interesting autonomic function in the breath because you don't have to do anything and it will continue to breathe for you, and yet you can still manipulate it if you want to. But I invite you to just notice it. Just notice, is it smooth? They say that the ability to take in life, to take in the abundance that's available to us is correlated to our breathing. Do we breathe shallowly or do we breathe deeply? I knew there was one more person coming. I could sense them, but I didn't know where they were. So it's okay, we're just beginning here. I still invite you to just continue following the breath. Mr. Keeney sneaks in. Mm-hmm. Unless you want to lay on the floor. And it's beautiful that we get life's little distractions like this. And we get an opportunity to maintain our centeredness in spite of what's going on around us. Just allow yourself to continue observing the breath. Yeah, just leave your step there. It's not going to go anywhere, I promise. I was waiting for you. I knew someone else was coming, but they weren't showing up and I wanted to get started. Just follow the breath into the body. Allow yourself to be fully present here within your own space. Noticing if you're able to allow the abundance of life to come to you, to fill you with each in-breath. Notice what it means to be available, to make yourself available to what potential lies in your environment, in the universe around you, in the universe outside of you, and the universe inside of you. Allow yourself to settle deeply into that breath as you start to notice the exhale. They say that the exhale is synonymous with our ability to let go of things that don't serve us, to let go of emotions that are occupying our minds, and the ability to let go of repetitive thoughts, to let go of patterns that we've developed, to let go of belief systems that aren't serving us, to let go of behaviors How well do we let go with our exhale? How smooth is the exhale? Do you exhale all the way to the end, or do you stop short? The breath tells you many, many things about yourself. The deeper that you go into the breath, the deeper the body will relax and let go. And as the body lets go, I'm going to invite you to bring your awareness and attention to the tailbone, the very base of the spine. And direct your breath as if you were breathing into the tailbone itself. Breathing in and out of the tailbone. And what I'm going to invite you to do is to create a cord, a grounding cord. It could be made out of chain or cable or hemp or string or dental floss, it doesn't matter. Whatever is right for you. Take one end of that and attach it into the tailbone, and it will, of its own accord, send little fibers into the tailbone and attach itself there. And when it feels that it's fully rooted itself into your tailbone, I invite you to take the other end of that cord and just toss it down into the earth. And it's going to go through many layers: dirt, soil, sediment, and granite, and possibly crystalline layers, and caverns, and water, and until it reaches the very center of the earth. And I don't know what the very center of the earth looks like, but there's some part of you that does. And whatever that looks like for you is just perfect. And allow the other end of that cord to again attach itself into the center of the earth, sending out its little fibers, fully rooting itself into the center of the earth, so that you can see this cord, sense this cord going from the tailbone all the way down into the center of the earth. And I want you to check the integrity of that cord. Move along that cord from beginning to end. Make sure that it is solid. And when you feel comfortable with that, I'm going to invite you to bring your awareness to a basin, like a tub or a sink that has a drain. And imagine that your body is like that basin or tub, and it is filled with stuff. It's a lot of stuff that doesn't belong to you. Because we're empathetic creatures, that we mirror everything that's going on around us. We take on a lot of stuff that doesn't belong to us. Emotions that belong to other people. Thought forms that belong to other people. Things that we see on, we read in the news. People that are unhappy with their lives. Whatever it is that we've taken on that doesn't belong to us. Imagine you're pulling the plug on that basin or sink or tub, and all of those things are draining out through that grounding cord from the base of the spine all the way to the center of the earth. And you don't have to worry, because the center of the earth is the perfect place to transmute this energy. It's the perfect place. Mother Earth knows exactly what to do with this. She's essentially making lemonade out of lemons. She's making fertilizer out of the stuff that we don't need. And that in turn helps all the things in the environment grow. What we let go of becomes fuel for life. So allow yourself to slowly emptying out those emotions, emptying out those thought forms that don't belong to you. Letting them go down that cord. Seeing them all travel to the center of the earth, transmuting whatever that looks like. everything that you needed to rid yourself of. Is gone. And when you've expunged all of those thought forms and emotions, I invite you to add to what you need to let go of things of your own that don't serve you. Emotions, thought forms, patterns, beliefs, ideas, anything that has been coming up in your world lately that is not serving a higher evolved state, that is not serving your overall well-being. Allow those things to empty. You might still use that same visualization of that basin and everything draining down, so it feels like the body is fully draining down that core, being transmuted by the earth. Feel that you have finished, because nature abhors a void, you want to fill that void with something of your choosing. I would choose a higher vibrational energy, something that you might equate with joy or appreciation or gratitude, love, compassion. You might even associate that with a light, a color of some sort. Whatever it is, fill your body with it now, and ask that your guardian angels or spirit helpers, spirit guides, higher self, ask that they bring in for you what you need from them. Often they know more about us than we do, because they see us from a bird's eye view. They see our experience as it travels from lifetime to lifetime, so they don't have the same filtered view that we have of ourselves. And we put this out only to spirits that we definitely trust. Those helpers that we know love us. And you might even just ask the creative force of the universe to fill you with its creation. When you feel that you're in a state of balance, centeredness, I'm going to invite you to imagine that one side of you, everything is white, and the other side of you, everything is black, almost as if you had a white wall on one side and a black wall on the other. But it's a continuum, and so you are sitting in a field of gray. Somewhere in between white and black is where you reside. Somewhere where there's a fluid exchange of both black and white energies, you are sitting in the middle of that in balance. And imagine that above you and below you is also white and black, and yet still you are sitting in the midst of this, in the gray. This is neutrality. I invite you to be aware of this state of neutrality. If things were in the center, if things were in balance, they would feel like this, where the emotion does not go too far in either direction, where the mind does not go too far in either direction, where there's a state of neutrality where it feels comfortable that you can see both sides, feel both sides, sense both sides. And from this place, I'm going to invite you to bring in a situation that you're having a challenge with. It could be a person or a place, something right now that feels like it's not in perfect equilibrium. And it might be represented by a person. And it may be even something that happened long ago in the past or something that's happening right now in your life. Something that you would like to bring balance and order to. And invite this person or even people close to you. Invite them to hold your hand in this place of gray, in this place of neutrality. And often what we do when we try to come into balance with others, when we try to find harmony with others, when we try and find some way to be copacetic, we often use the tools that are available to us, which are often the tools that created the situation in the first place. We often try to reconstruct things as if they're puzzle pieces, and if we just put them together in a different way, somehow we'll get a different picture. And what I invite you to notice is that if we are in a universe that is founded in creation and love and compassion, that the solutions that we look to for our problems are not going to be found within the things that created the problem in the first place. In a universe of love and compassion, we need to reach outside of what we understand, outside of what's available, so that we can access that love and compassion. So whatever that situation is for you, I invite you to access love and compassion. A way to do that is to think of, remember somebody or some animal is a great thing that you have had or have currently a very deep loving relationship with. Often a person or an animal elicits a memory that has a smell. You might smell that person or animal. You might touch them, a hand, or a paw, or a back, and only access the beautiful, complete memory that brings joy and higher levels of gratitude for having that spirit in your life and how they moved you and touched you. Access the higher vibrational states of joy and love and call them in so that you can feel within your heart that same feeling that you recognize as deep love. Deep, deep love. And allow that love, if it has a color or a particular vibration or texture, to radiate throughout the body so that the body can fully experience the memory of that love, allowing your heart to expand. And when you've accessed that deep state of love, imagine that you're transferring it into that person that you've brought into this place of neutrality. That they can also experience a solution that comes from a higher vibrational state. A resolution that you would not have been able to think about in any other way except by accessing it through love and compassion. And from this place of neutrality, this grayness, what happens? Does something shift? Does something change when you've brought in a solution? And you may not be able to logically pinpoint all the details of the solution, but sense within yourself that something is transforming. And it might look like something, or it might sound like something, or it could just feel like something. It could just feel like optimism. It could just feel like opportunity. Allow yourself to just be in this place. Does neutrality shift in any way? Does it get brighter? Does it get more interesting? Just notice. And this person that's with you, or people, whatever it is, do you notice anything shift about them? Do you notice anything about yourself in your relationship to this person or situation? Are you a different person when you access love and compassion as a solution? And when you're ready, I invite you to call in any guardian angels, helping spirits that you may have worked with to help you create a foundation for using this tool in your everyday life to come up with creative solutions from a higher vibrational state of being in other areas of your life, and to invite your helpers to help remind you that you have access to this, that you can repeat this in any area of your life. Ask them to make a sign for you, something so obvious that you can't possibly refute it, to remind you, to guide you into these solutions, wherever and whenever you